Good morning, everyone from Atlanta, Georgia. We're back here again. Today, I wanted to talk about the topic of reaching your goals. We meet so many people through our travels, and one of the common issues that comes up is people are getting stuck. Specifically, they have really big goals. Inside their mind, they're very clear of what they're trying to achieve, but the steps to get there, this is where they're paralyzed. Some of the people out there are stuck with taking actions. Some of the people are stuck with overthinking, so then they don't even do anything. Other people are stuck with perfectionism because it needs to be perfect. So whatever the case is, you're not taking the step forward and you're feeling a bit stuck from your imagination to how do we get to the end goal. So for me, I wanted to give you 3 tips that may be helpful for you. These 3 tips are: take small actions, 2 is change your mindset, and 3 is patience. So let's break it down one at a time. Take small actions. This one is important because where people are getting caught up at the moment is we're in our heads and we're planning and we're thinking and we make up a story or kind of a fantasy, and what it is versus the reality of things, it doesn't match. So for us, how do we shrink down that disconnect? And the way we do that is through taking small actions and taking actions in general. I get to spend time with so many people when they're trying to come up with new plans and new ideas. Meetings after meetings after meetings, and everyone's guessing. And people spend so many hours and they're guessing of what do people want? What color should we choose? What is the messaging? What will people think? The list goes on and on and on. And there's all these experts in the room that gives their ideas, give their feedback, and it's important to some extent, and some business, it's very important. But I think for the majority of us who are just trying to get to our goals is get out of that meeting, get out of that classroom and put it into action. We're stuck because we're currently at A at the moment and we want to get to Z. And we forget that in order to get there, you need stepping stones, small stepping stones. And sometimes we don't even realize what it looks like. And sometimes then we can judge those stepping stones of, oh no, I made the wrong decisions, or oh no, I am off course, or oh no, I took the wrong path. But for me is these stepping stones, sometimes we don't know how it's playing out. We don't know who we need to meet. We don't know the skills that we need to learn. We don't know anything. So the best way is just do it. Put things into action. You have now something more tangible that you can look at and assess from there. And then from that assessment, from that real thing, that real product, that real experience, that real feedback, now you know what to do next. You're looking and analyzing facts. You're looking at analyzing the conditions correctly. Then from that, then we can move forward. So the first thing is take actions. If the actions that you're trying to take right now, it's too big and the jump is too big, no problem. Then don't. Then break it down into something smaller. But every single day, just try something, place into action. I want to give you an example because myself and my brother Monk, Venerable Michael, we've been staying in the monastery in the forest for 5 years. And last year was the first time for us, we came back to the United States. And we have our own goals that we want to accomplish. And coming back here for the first time, we didn't know what we were going to do. But what was so helpful for us is we're going to try everything, because at this point, we don't even know what we like, or sometimes we think we know what we like and we enjoy it, but when you actually do it, it's a different experience. Or sometimes you do something because you're good at it, but do you even enjoy doing that? And do you even want to do that continually moving forward? So because we were kind of a blank slate, we didn't know what we didn't know. So we just came with this open mind of said, we are going to try everything. We know we want to share meditation. We know we want to share wisdom and the tools that can help people's lives, but who? Do we help children? Do we help adults? Do we help businesses? Do we stay in California, Azusa, International, Europe? Well, I don't know. And I don't even know how to guess. So then let's put it into practice. And when we first came here, we taught classes, we taught formal classes, we taught informal classes, we had one-on-one meetings with different people to talk about their issues. We did events indoors, we did events outdoors, we met with attorneys, we met with hospice and schools and I mean, it is endless. But for us, it was so helpful because from doing that, we had so much experience and it pushed the momentum forward. And all of these things, we did not know how it was going to help us, but we just trust the process. And what we found a year later, now coming back to Georgia and having some time to reflect, wow, all those were just stepping stones. And it gave us, like I said before, you're trying to go from A to Z, you have that blank gap, and that jump from A to Z, oh, it's massive. So because we can't take that yet, then take little pebbles. And now we got to fill in, what is B? What is C? What is D? What is E? And slowly, step by step, and then when we do this, the next thing reveals itself. We start to meet the right people. We have conversations that sparks the next thing, and it's so exciting. But to get you to reach your goal, have an open mind and try everything. Step number 2 is to change your mindset. Many of us are so focused on the goals, on the results specifically, how it would turn out, how it will be perceived by others, the success rate of all this. That's one approach that you can try. But for me, I find another approach that can be so helpful is just going into taking the steps with an attitude of, I'm just learning. Everything, there's no good or bad. There's no mistakes or not mistakes, but when you go in so open, when you try that experience, now from that, now you get to reflect back of, how was that? Did I enjoy it when I was doing it? Was I even passionate about that topic? What areas when I was doing that did I feel uncomfortable? What skills did I shine in? What skills did I lack in? But do this in a way where you're not beating yourself up, you're not critical of yourself, you're not judging yourself, but very neutral. All we're doing from this experience is to get the know-how and to get the knowledge and the wisdom that, again, can take you to the next step. The example I would want to share is for us, last month we just finished an event that we did in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We got invited there from George Zink. He's the owner of an athletic club. So sweet and so kind, and he wanted to bring meditation and life skills to teach his players. He can get them good with skills of playing tennis, but he wanted to get them deeper, to cultivate you into a better person, to be one of character on the court and off the court. And for us, we've never done an event like this. We were open to the experience, so let's go and let's try. And from this experience, we got to meet with his team. We got to do one-on-one with some of the team members, and it was fantastic, and even some of the club members. And then we did a large indoor event that we're not used to doing. We didn't have a team that came to support us, so we got to work with the RCW team, and they were so wonderful. But from that, we set the expectation of how many people show up. That's not the point. How the event turn up, that's not the point. It would be nice for it to be successful, but let's change the gauge. And change the gauge means instead of cueing the outside results as success, what we went into this experience of open-mindedness, and we are going to take the know-how. We go in there, we do our best. We set up the event, we helped to train the volunteers, and we only had 5 hours to do this event. We had to set up the meetings, we had to set up the different tasks and the teams of who's going to take care of what. Who's going to set up the candles, who's going to set up the water, who's going to set up the stage. And we did the best we could. It actually was quite successful. We had about 225 people show up for our first event. Everyone was so open. The feedback was wonderful, so that's just a bonus. But for us, even more than that was it gave us an opportunity that now we have a case study. We have something accurate. So instead of us meeting and guessing of doing an event in the future, now we have a prototype. And in this prototype, with real facts, because we've done it, now we know what are the holes or the gaps that we need to fill. We now know how long and how much time it takes to set up this event. We know that we need an MC. We know that we need to change the chairs because they're a bit squeaky. We know that we need to have a 30-minute meeting before starting the event, so then the team can do their activity. We know that we need team leaders, but the list goes on and on and on, and this is gold. After we were done with the event, Venerable Michael and I, we went back to the place where we were so exhausted, but so proud of ourselves, because from just doing it, now we're not guessing, and the stepping stone and what we're working with, it's more clear. So with this prototype, now we can build on it, and hopefully next year when we come back, we do this event, it will continue to get stronger. So this mindset of openness, this mindset of not attaching to the outside results, but understanding the process, and the process more important than anything is when you do and take these steps, take the wisdom and take the know-how. And it just reminds me of what our master teaches us, the master nun. She says the hardest thing that is difficult for people and the skill that they lack, number one, the ability to teach oneself. So from this message is no, try everything and then use that experience with clarity, with neutral observation, to look at all the conditions and teach you. And take the wisdom, take the know-how, juice all of it, take only the good part, and move forward and continue to build on that. The third thing, and the last thing I would say for those who are trying to reach your goals, now you're taking the steps, now you're taking the know-how with this mindset, then the next step is be patient. Many people will do things And okay, I'm going to do 2 events and I should be successful. Well, you don't know. And maybe your stepping stone to get to your goal, the real goal, is it will take curves and turns, and maybe your pebbles, the stepping stones between the real goal, is a bit bigger, and it requires more. And you need to cultivate more skills. You need to meet more people. You need more experience. You need more confidence. You need more whatever that is. No problem. Surrender. Trust the process. Be patient and also have fun, because we don't know how long this will take, but make the commitment of exactly that. I don't know how long this will take, but I believe in this goal. The goal can maybe one day change, but for now, this is the goal that I have. I trust the process, and let's go and let's have fun on this journey. So just to summarize for everyone, is the 3 steps that can be helpful for you is take action. Secondly, have the mindset of taking the know-how and the wisdom from doing that action. And the third thing is be patient on this journey and have fun. The last thing I would add to support all of this is meditation. Meditation practice, a daily meditation practice, can be so helpful, because what is it doing? What it's doing is it's helping you to develop the skill of neutral observation, your lens to looking at your experience. This is the key part that will support you to becoming successful. The more that you meditate, the more that your mind will become calm, your mind will become still and peaceful, and you can develop this observation that is neutral. Now you take this lens and you look at what you just did, again, without the story, without beating yourself up, without being so hard on yourself, without judging yourself. How many of you out there are guilty at this? Yes, and this is why you're stuck. So when we can develop a process of reaching our goals, to incorporate meditation and have fun on this experience, you will get there so much sooner. But I'm blabbing and I'm venting, but I hope this is helpful for anyone who is trying to reach whatever goal that you're trying to reach. But with that, just wanted to send you all my greetings and blessings from Atlanta, Georgia. Satu, talk to you soon.